It is 1977. The bridge of the Enterprise has been built. Not a concept rendering, not a location scout photograph. A full-scale standing set, constructed on a Paramount soundstage, waiting for a camera. The crew has been contracted. The scripts have been written, 13 of them, covering the first season of a television series that Paramount announced, that the trades reported, and that Gene Roddenberry personally delivered to the studio. It never aired a single frame. What happened to those 13 scripts is not a production footnote. It is the origin story of everything Star Trek became after 1979. In 1977, Paramount Pictures was attempting to launch a fourth American television network, the Paramount Television Service, a direct competitor to ABC, NBC, and CBS. Its flagship series was Star Trek Phase 2. Not a reboot, not a revival, a direct continuation of the original series. Same era, same ship, same command codes. William Shatner would return as Admiral James T. Kirk. DeForest Kelley would return as Dr. Leonard McCoy. Nichelle Nichols, George Takei, Walter Koenig, all confirmed. The one absence was significant. Leonard Nimoy declined. Spock was not returning. In his place, Paramount cast a new Vulcan, a full-blooded Vulcan named Zahn, played by David Gautreaux. Where Spock had been half-human, Exxon was not. The character's challenge was not conflicting heritage, it was the concept of humanity itself. Two new characters were created alongside him. Commander Will Decker, first officer of the Enterprise. A younger officer serving under an admiral, returned to field command. The dynamic was intentional, a senior officer displaced by the return of a legend. And Ilia, a Delta navigator, empathic, composed, with a personal history connected to Decker. These two names will matter again before this file is closed. Production offices were established, writers were contracted, a series Bible was written. And 13 scripts, 13 complete draft-ready episodes, were delivered to the studio. The production was 6 weeks from its first day of shooting. On May 25, 1977, Star Wars opened in American theaters. It did not merely succeed, it restructured the financial logic of the entire entertainment industry. Science fiction was no longer a television proposition, it was a theatrical one. Paramount canceled the Paramount Television Service. The network never launched. Star Trek Phase 2 was pulled from the schedule. Not because the scripts failed, not because the cast collapsed, because the calculation changed. The question was no longer whether to make Star Trek, it was how. The pilot script was titled In Thy Image, a 2-part episode about a massive alien machine approaching Earth, an entity of incomprehensible scale, searching for its creator. Paramount did not discard it. They expanded it, brought in Robert Wise to direct, doubled the effects budget, released it in December 1979 as Star Trek: The Motion Picture. But In Thy Image was only one of 13 files. The second script was titled The Child, a crew member impregnated by an alien life force, a child that grows at an impossible rate, innocence becoming a biological threat. Paramount did not discard this one either. They held it for 11 years. In 1988, when The Next Generation faced a writer's strike that froze original script development, the studio reached into the Phase 2 archive. The Child became the Season 2 premiere of The Next Generation. The crew is different, the century is different, the script is not. The third recycled script was Devil's Due. An alien entity arrives claiming to be the devil and claiming legal ownership of a world based on an ancient contract. Kirk versus the devil in a Federation courtroom. This one became TNG Season 4, Episode 13. 11 scripts did not survive into production. Katoomba, set inside the Klingon Empire, following a young warrior leader whose legitimacy was being challenged by a military faction. A story about power, succession, and the cost of command. Savage Syndrome,
a pathogen that strips the Enterprise crew of higher brain function, reducing them to territorial aggression. The ship becomes a battlefield. Practice in Waking, a character study built around dream states and identity dissolution. A quiet horror story. 13 files in total. 2 aired. 11 remained classified. Commander Decker became Commander William Riker. Ilia became Counselor Deanna Troi. The structure transferred intact. A younger first officer, an empathic officer serving as emotional intelligence on the bridge.
A captain commanding through force of personality rather than technical superiority. That was Phase 2's crew architecture, rebuilt for a new century and a new ship. The bridge itself transferred. The set constructed for Phase 2 in 1977 informed the visual language of the next generation a decade later. The curved consoles, the separation of navigation and helm stations, the recessed command position at the center. Phase 2 never aired, but it built the room that every subsequent Star Trek series would inhabit. The 13 scripts represented something specific, a version of Star Trek still operating in the original series idiom, but pushing outward. Klingon political succession, alien legal philosophy, crew psychology under biological stress. These were not action stories. They were the stories Roddenberry wanted to tell in 1978, before the calculation changed. The question the archive leaves open is whether any of the remaining 11 scripts will eventually reach production. Strange New Worlds has demonstrated that the original series era remains viable. Lower Decks proved that animated formats are not junior product, and the current appetite for franchise archaeology, for recovered stories, ghost projects, unfinished missions, suggests the Phase 2 archive is not a closed file. It may simply be a delayed one. The bridge was built in 1977. The crew was assembled. The scripts were written. 6 weeks from production, 0 frames aired. 2 of those stories eventually found their crew. 11 are still waiting. Command Crew. Which Phase 2 script deserves to be made? The Klingon Civil War in Katoomba, or the Devil's legal claim in Devil's Due? Drop your verdict below.